my first art from your kitchen video for the summer activities. Miss Soslin and I both wanted to share some things that you could make at home really easily this summer. So my first activity for you is to create some salt dough, which is a great alternative to clay or Sculpey dough. And you should have the ingredients right in your kitchen. First, you're gonna need just regular all-purpose flour. You're gonna need salt, and you're gonna need water. So simple ingredients, right? If you're gluten-free, you can use gluten-free flour as well. Okay guys, to make your salt dough, you're gonna add a half a cup of flour and a fourth of a cup of salt. And we're gonna stir those together so that they're evenly mixed. And then lastly, you're gonna add that fourth of a cup of water. And I'm gonna start by mixing it with my spoon, but then as it starts to get a little bit thicker, I'm gonna try mixing it and kneading it with my hands. So now that it's a little bit thicker, I can start kneading the salt dough with my hands like you would bread dough. If you feel like yours is too sticky, you could add a little bit more flour, or if you feel like it's too dry, you might want to add just a touch more water. Go slow with adding more so that it stays the right consistency. I think I'm going to add just a touch more water to mine. Just about a teaspoon, and see if that helps me pick up all of my extra flour and salt. All right, it's getting a little sticky. I'm gonna knead it for a little bit. I might add just a touch of flour. Kind of trial and error getting the right consistency. What's so great about salt dough is that you can let it air dry and paint it, or you can also bake it at about 150 degrees and kind of watch it because you don't want it to burn, but baking it will make it even stronger as it dries. But now you've got basically white Play-Doh that you can sculpt with. Now that I have my dough ready, I can roll it out like I would sugar cookies if I wanted to, and cut out using cookie cutters. I think I want it to be about the thickness of my pinky if I was gonna use cookie cutters. So I'm gonna roll it out just a little bit more. This recipe didn't make very much. If you'd like to make more, I will post the bigger recipe in the instructions. So about the thickness of my pinky, you can see. And then I could go ahead and cut out cookie cutter shapes if I wanted to, and then let them dry or bake them and paint them. I also thought it might be fun. We keep some chopsticks around here to make kind of Valentine ornaments, or whatever cookie cutter you have. I also have a butterfly here I might use. But then I was gonna use this chopstick, or whatever other tool you can, to create kind of a hole to put string through later when it dries, so that you kind of have a heart charm. And I can go ahead and put this on my cookie sheet and let that dry, and I could knead my salt dough back into a ball and roll it out. You can also do three-dimensional instead of just flat ornaments. You could create all kinds of things with your salt dough. Let's see. Maybe I want to kind of flatten it out and create a three-dimensional rosette. Create a little bitty flower that's three-dimensional, or maybe it's a water lily. I think it's going to be a water lily. And I could create a little lily pad for it to be on. You can really make anything you want with the salt dough. I also thought I would share a picture of a wind chime made from salt dough that would be really cool to make for this summer to hang on your porch. And I'll share that in the video later, what that looks like. But here I've got a little water lily on a lily pad. I can go ahead and put that on my cookie sheet too and start letting that dry and bake them. And once I've baked these at about 150 to 170 degrees, then I can let them cool and paint them.